Hello, it's Doris with All the Books, and I'm here to do the Okay, So Booksically Tag. Yes. And this was originally created from Okay, So Booksically. Yeah, that's the channel name. And I was tagged by Heidi from My Reading Life, and her answers to this tag are just delightful, thoroughly enjoyable watch. So I will be sure and link her video below as well as the original tag so that you'll have the questions. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I am going to tag somebody I just found this morning, and she is super new, so you need to all go check her out. Her name is Nicole from Nicole is Here to Learn. So I will link her below as well, and do check her out. She's super new and would love to hear from you. So let's jump right in. Number one, tell us about your channel name and your real name. So my name is Doris. Did I say that? I normally say that. And my channel name is All the Books, and All D Books, like the capital D, and that's it, D. So I kind of get panic stricken when I have to come up with clever titles to name myself. So most of my channels, Instagram, Twitter, my previous booktube channel, they're all just Doris Sander because that's my name, and you know, I'm boring that way. But for some reason I thought I had to be clever for this second YouTube channel. So panic stricken, I just said All the Books, you know, because like D sounds like the, all the books, you know. Anyway, and you know, it has turned out to be quite prophetic, because since creating my booktube channel, I have been bringing all the books into my home. A lot of them, yes. So anyway, that's that. Number two, what are the first 3 images on your Instagram feed? And I haven't been using Instagram all that much lately. I have used it prolifically. I probably will be using it again this spring because I like to take nature photos, and I used to do crafting, but I can't do too much social media at one time. So I've been using Twitter more this past year since I've gotten back into booktube and also politics. So I'm going to do what Heidi did and show you excuse me, the 3 images on Twitter. So this is my son's phone. Oh, so the first one was this delightful photo of Simon from Simon's Savage Reads. His cat apparently staring at a ghost behind him. And then there is, don't forget, this is from the Rogue US Cement, and it says, don't forget, the Stormy Daniels exclusive interview is tonight on 60 Minutes at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's got this little meme of a guy watching while eating popcorn. So yeah, there you go. And we have a group hug at the March for Our Lives rally yesterday. So yeah, that's my 3 on Twitter. And then we have, what are your 3 on YouTube? So on YouTube, I have a spring TBR from Lucy the Reader and a weekly reading vlog from Aprilius Maximus. And we also have a library haul from the Hopeful Maya and a bookshelf tour from Kendra Winchester. So I have some nice viewing for this afternoon. Number 4. Oh, I don't want to skip number 4. What's your favorite song to listen to while reading at the moment? I don't listen to music while reading. It's distracting. But if my son is eating or my old lady cat is licking herself, I find that even more distracting. So I listened to Spotify then, just something. I used to listen to instrumentals, but I forget who mentioned it, but I found this channel called Your Favorite Coffee House, and it's kind of soft indie stuff, and it's good stuff. Good stuff. And okay, now we're on 5. Your favorite book on your shelf at the moment. So I got a lot of favorites. It would just be too hard to pick the favorite, because like, how can you even do that? But I have just recently discovered Anthony Trollope, and I believe that I've about decided he's my favorite Victorian author now. He definitely, it wasn't like, you know, reading Middlemarch and you have to convince yourself that it's as good as everybody says it is. No, I instantly clicked with this book. And I read Barchester Towers as well. And everyone says that, not everyone, but a couple people that I pay attention to, that the Warden isn't as good as the rest in this series. There's 6 in the Barchester series. And I mean, I just instantly gravitated toward it right away. So I haven't wrapped these up yet, but I'm just going to say Anthony Trollope, I've decided he's my favorite Victorian author. Number 6, your favorite bookish props. And again, like, I don't really take book pictures because I've been super lazy about Instagram. But I guess you all know that my kitties are my favorite bookish prop on my YouTube videos. So yeah, my cats are photogenic. What can I do? And they have such big personalities. Number 7, 3 books that you would like to reread, but you probably never will. And that probably never will is, I don't know why that's there, but these are 3 books that I do think I will be rereading at some point in the near future, like this year or next. So we have Heidi by Joanna Spyri. This was another delightful read of my childhood. My sister had 3 or 4 in the Heidi series. So if you didn't know there was more than one, there are more than one of these. And I love them all. And so I got it in this cute puff, I think they're called Puffin and Bloom. It's the Rifle Paper Company's floral designs. So this one just stays facing out on my shelf, and I've just been really drawn to it lately. So I think that I will eventually get back to it and read it again. It has cute little pictures inside. Aww. And then another one that I bought, this is another childhood favorite of mine, later childhood, but One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. I read this several times in my teen and early adult years, and I bought this copy, this beautiful 50th anniversary edition. I got it on Book Outlet actually last year when I joined BookTube, and I have been wanting to reread it. So one of these days. And the other one is one that I read just recently, My Absolute Darling by Gabriel Talent. And this one just blew me away. What he does with his nature writing and the parallels that he draws with the emotions and thoughts of the girl who is not very expressive to people, but he replays what's going on in her mind through these little animal nature vignettes. And I mean, obviously it took me a while through the story to pick up on what he was doing, and once I did, I was just like, wow. So I would love to read this again and really pick this author's brain, because I think he did brilliant things there. And number 8, amazing bookish finds. And again, I don't really like, I've been spending enough money on the books themselves that I probably don't need to get into spending money on bookish finds. So I will share my new pink flamingo with you because I've been wanting to share them anyway. This is my new acquisition from Honduras. I think he's quite charming, and I intend to display him on my bookshelf when I get a new bookshelf. So yeah, and he's heavy, so he could prop up some books. He could. And number 9 is the hottest author. So I think this question came up in another tag I did this past year, and I was like, oh, I don't have one, but I do now. So I recently finished And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hosseini, and I have read all of this man's works, and they are all deeply profound. He writes from the depths of his soul about his people, and you can tell how much he loves them. So I did a search and was watching some of his, publicity videos, interviews and things, because I wanted to do a video about all of his work, since there's 3, but I wanted to do a video about him as an author and his works, and was just, getting some more information. And I mean, listening to him talk about, for example, his second book is written from 2 female perspectives, and listening to him talk about, his concerns about writing from a female perspective and how he went about that, and just everything that he does is, so thought out and so concerned with this world and how to make it a better place. And oh my gosh, and he's just really he's just really hot to watch. So there you go, I have an answer to that question now. And that is it. So I told you who tagged me. That was Heidi. I told you the original tag, okay, So Booksically, and I am tagging Nicole, and all 3 of those will be linked below, so check them out. And thanks so much for watching, and I will be back soon. Bye.